How's it going, everyone? AZPlow21 here, back again with another pay-per-view, our first pay-per-view since coming back in this UFC save, and it's UFC 273, Jones versus Shogun 2. Thank you guys for watching. As always, be sure to follow me on Twitch, on Twitter, Instagram, all the good stuff. Let's go ahead and get right down to it. You came here to watch the pay-per-view. Here is the pay-per-view, Jones versus Shogun 2. Adesanya Costa, Velasquez Blades, Masvidal St. Pierre, Shevchenko, Dela Rosa, Jones versus Shogun. An incredible intro. RBM says that song always gets me pumped. Me too. Let's go ahead and get started. You guys came to watch a pay-per-view. Everyone's already given me $60. So let's go ahead and get it going. Jones versus Shogun 2. Taking place in California. This pay-per-view. My boy Timu forever. I see you in the chat. You're probably at this pay-per-view, I'd imagine, if it's in California. Let's go ahead and get it going. Starting, of course, with our prelims. Mizuki Inoue taking on Felice Herrig. Inoue coming in at 15-7. Herrig is 15-11, but she is a big favorite, and she loses, despite being a huge favorite. A minus 500 favorite, and she still loses. Inoue with a big unanimous decision victory, and being labeled a heavy underdog hurt her pride and helped spur her on. Well, good for her. Up next, Tracy Cortez taking on Claudia Ray in the bantamweight division. Tracy Cortez, the minus 350 favorite, and Claudia Ray beats her via TKO in 33 seconds. Yikes. And RBM in the chat saying that he's streaming this illegally. Well, Dana's coming after you, and I am too. Our next prelim, Livia Renata Sosa taking on Loma Luke Boon Me. No, Luke Boon You. Terrible joke. In the strawweight division, 8-2 is Luke Boon Me. Sosa is 14-4. And Loma Luke Boon Me improves to 9-2. Despite being the underdog, she's now 6-1. In the UFC, and now she's on a 5-fight winning streak. Huh. Interesting. 5 fights in a row. I'd imagine she's probably going to bump up into like the top 15 or so. She deserves a pretty big opponent next. That's a pretty big winning streak. And she's saying that she landed that punch perfectly. Love to see it. Cynthia Calvillo taking on Harika Tiburcio. In our next prelim, Tiburcio, very tiny one at 4'11". 13-6 is her record to Calvillo, who is 9-4-1. And Tiburcio gets it done via split decision. She is now 3-2 in the UFC. She was coming off 2 straight losses. Justin Willis taking on Philip DeFries, or DeFries. The boy from Sunderland, 21-6-1. And is a small favorite over Justin Big Titty Willis, who is in PFL now. Hope he does well for himself. And Philip F11 DeFries gets the win via submission. This is a big guy at 265, but he's a grappler. So that's pretty funny. His game is in jiu-jitsu. And he loves to grapple. And I would love to grapple with Valerie Lareda, who is in our next contest against Viviane Araujo. Lareda, just 23 years of age, 8-0 in her career here in the UFC. She has a win over Agnieszka Niedźwiedź, and she's doing pretty well for herself in real life. Araujo is 10-4, 4-3 in the UFC, coming off a loss to Marina Morosh. And Lareda gets another knockout over Viviane Araujo in round number 2. 23 years of age, very marketable. The sky is the limit for Valerie Lareda. And she says she wants to fight Vanessa Porto next. Ben 10 win taking on Naoki Inoue. A couple Asian brothers going at it in the flyweight division. Inoue is 18-2. Nguyen is 21-10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I can count correctly, that is a 6-fight winning streak for Naoki Inoue, now ranked at number 18 in the flyweight division. Nguyen is ranked at number 6. He's won 4 out of his last 5. And Inoue gets another consecutive win by knocking out Ben Nguyen. Make that 7 straight wins for Naoki Inoue. You love to see it. He'll surely be ranked in the top 15 now. Ismail Nardiev taking on Takashi Sato in our next prelim. Sato 17-3, ranked at number 15 in the welterweight division. Meanwhile, Nardiev ranked at number 21, coming off a win over Leonardo Santos. And Wonder Boy Nardiev gets the win via TKO in round number 2. 25 years of age, improves to 23-5. Ben's a disgrace to the city he comes from. Oh, man. Oh, that's right, because he's from one of the Dakotas like you, huh? That's tough. Nardiev praises Sato for his skill and toughness. Moving on, Lauren the Pirate Murphy taking on Violence Queen, Ariane Lipski. Lipski, 15-6, 4-3 in the UFC, coming off 2 straight wins over Porto and Cornelia Holm. Lauren Murphy, coming off 3 straight losses to tough opponents, Chukagian, Barber, and Dern. And Ariane Lipski keeps the bad times rolling for Lauren Murphy, who is now 13-8. Lipski, 16-6 after a TKO victory in round number 2. And she wants to take on Maria Agapova next. Up next, Bibiano Fernandez takes on Patty the Baddie Pimblett in our final prelim. Patty, 2-0 in the UFC thus far, after wins over Andre Harrison and Martin Bushkamp. Bibiano, 1-1 in the UFC, a loss to Calvin Kattar, and a win over Crone Gracie. 41 years of age, he is a big favorite, and Patty Pimblett gets it done, improves to 18-3 via split decision. And he says he would like to fight Julio Cesar Neves next. It is main card time, and what a card we have. The first fight kicking off this pay-per-view, a rematch from a title fight that we'd all just saw. Israel Adesanya taking on Paulo Costa in the middleweight division. Of course, Paulo Costa coming off that loss to Jacare Sosa. Before that, beat Machida, beat Hermanson, beat Brad Tavares. And on the other end, we have Adesanya, who just lost his middleweight championship. Before that, beat Leon Edwards, Robert Whittaker, and Paulo Costa. He's got to make his way back to the crown, and it starts here with Paulo Costa. He is an underdog against Costa in this fight, a main card fight. It almost feels weird to skip to the end of an Adesanya fight, but we're going to do it. And Paulo Costa knocks out Israel Adesanya. 123 in round number 2, knocks out the former champion. Adesanya, consecutive losses. That is insane. Costa wants another go at the title, and he claims a good claim to it there. A trilogy could be in place as well. They both have a win over each other. You never know. Up next, in the heavyweight division, Cain Velasquez takes on Curtis Razor Blades. Curtis coming off a loss to Jon Jones for the heavyweight title. Lost in the second round via submission. Before that was on quite a winning streak. Cain Velasquez coming off 3 straight wins. Rosenstrike, Volkov, and Gane. He's having himself quite a good time. now finds himself facing one of the top contenders in the heavyweight division. Velasquez is the odds-on favorite, and Velasquez gets it done. It was apparently a bad fight, a poor fight. Unanimous decision victory for Cain Velasquez. All right, another banger. Jorge Gamebred Masvidal taking on George St. Pierre. St. Pierre just lost his welterweight title to Vicente Luque. Really wants to get that title back, but before he can do it, he has to take on Gamebred Masvidal. Masvidal coming off 2 straight wins over Ben Askren in the rematch and against Robbie Lawler. Both of those, for whatever reason, via submission. Yikes. All right. Masvidal is the favorite in this one. Imagine if Masvidal beats GSP. That would be insane. Nonetheless, Masvidal and GSP again. Jorge Masvidal beats GSP via submission in round number 3. And Masvidal may be fighting for the title next. He's calling out Rory McDonald. That's a very interesting call out. I think that'd be a great fight too. But he might be fighting for the title. Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko defending her title against Montana Dela Rosa. The Bullet Shevchenko has been impervious thus far in this save. Joanne Calderwood, Caitlin Chukagian, Jillian Robertson, and Molly McCann, none of them have had an answer for Valentina Shevchenko. Could it be Montana Dela Rosa? 15-6, coming off 3 straight wins. Vanessa Porto, Caitlin Chukagian, and Macy Barber. The Barber win was a split decision. And she takes on one of the baddest women on the planet. And Dela Rosa is the favorite for some reason. Do the bookies know something that we don't? That is a very, very interesting take. I'd put money on Shevchenko there. Nonetheless, it is our co-main event. It is a title fight. Let's go ahead and get this going. Shevchenko confident and moving in closer. Dela Rosa gets a takedown in. Dela Rosa in half guard. Dela Rosa in side what? Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 21 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to a Kimura and new undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Montana Dela Rosa. Wow. So Dela Rosa was the favorite, and apparently it made sense. RBM is saying the bookies fixed the fight, but if the bookies fixed the fight, I'm sure they would do it at a better betting line for Dela Rosa. RBM says fixed. Owen Hines can't believe it. Wow. We have a new flyweight champion. Wow. And because Shevchenko has been the champion for so long, I feel like a rematch makes sense. You know, Shevchenko, she's been dominant for so long. You'd feel like she deserves a rematch to right this wrong. Wow. Okay. We are at our main event of the evening. Mauricio Shogun Rua, at the tender age of 40 years old, with a chance to reclaim the light heavyweight championship over John Bones Jones. Shogun, 29-11-1. 3 straight wins: Glover Teixeira, Thiago Santos, and Alexander Gustafsson. Makes him worthy of a title shot with Jon Bones Jones, both the light heavyweight and the heavyweight champion in this save. He has defended the title against Blachowicz. He won the heavyweight title against Ngannou. Defended the light heavyweight title against Dominic Reyes. And then defended the heavyweight title against Curtis Blades. Insanity how dominant this guy is. And all of his fights have been via submission. And I think in the Francis fight, he was losing until that 5th round. It is our main event of the evening. Jon Jones is the favorite at -150. It is our main event tonight in this pay-per-view. Let's get it going. The light heavyweight championship is on the line. There is the opening bell. Woo! I mean, Jon Jones is going to fight for the heavyweight title in real life, too. That's going to be interesting. Shogun, 2 counter jabs. Uh-oh. A head kick from Jon Jones. Muay Thai clinch. Ooh, that could have been dangerous. A takedown attempt, and he gets it. Shogun pulls guard. Elbow strikes. Uh-oh. Whew. Jones nearly got submitted there. Another attempt there. Jones blocks a submission attempt, and that is the end of round 1. Round 2. Close enough to clinch. Going for a trip takedown. He can't get it. Again, tries to take down Jones. Interesting that he wouldn't want to keep it on the feet. Jones gets a takedown in. A guillotine choke from Jones. No good. Again, the guillotine attempt is no good. Another guillotine attempt. No. No progress. They get stood up. Jones gets the advantage in wrestling. And round 2 comes to an end. Jones might be winning this fight already. Jones has Shogun up against the cage. Muay Thai clinch. Shogun in trouble. Knee to the chest. Ouch. Second half of round 3. Jones starting to get tired. So is Shogun. Clinches with Jones. A trip takedown. He can't get it. Jones is good. Tries to wrestle Shogun up against the cage. A minute left to go in round number 3. A knee to the chest again as round 3 runs out. Jones still winning this fight, and Shogun might need a finish as he is running out of rounds. It said Shogun crunched Jones with a right hand. Jones with another guillotine attempt, and this time he gets it. Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 36 seconds of the 4th round, declaring the winner by submission due to a guillotine choke, and still the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Jon Bones Jones. Well, the king is still here. He is still the light heavyweight champion of the world. Look at that, 26,000. Basically a minor league stadium of attendance, because there's no arenas that can hold that much, I can tell you that. It made $27 million on pay-per-view. Love to see that. Money, money, money. Popularity increases all around. Doesn't look like we had a particularly great fight. Let's give it to Inoue and Nguyen. Performance bonus to Dela Rosa. Performance bonus to Claudio Ray. And Luke Boonmee. A profit of $32 million. We made $7.5 million at the gate. Whew, love that. Top earners were Jones, GSP, and Adesanya. RBM says he's got to go. All right, take it easy, man. Jon Jones, still your light heavyweight title holder. We have a new flyweight champion in Montana Dela Rosa. That sets up a pretty good rematch for the title with Valentina Shevchenko. You'll love to see it. Appreciate you if you're watching me on Twitch or YouTube. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitch, on Twitter. Links are going to be down below in the description. I play a lot of WMMA 5. I'm going to look to play some more games as time goes on. I'm just starting to get back into the thick of things as far as uploading and whatnot, but I am loving it. But man, Jon Jones, still the light heavyweight and heavyweight champion. And up next for him is another fight with Ngannou. Ngannou has earned another shot at the title. Or maybe Velasquez. Velasquez with a big win over Blades. Velasquez has not fought Jon Jones, but Ngannou has already earned the right. And he owns a big victory over Velasquez as well. That Dela Rosa win, though, it's really tripping me out. Either way, let's go ahead and update our rankings and see what's popping. At heavyweight, DeFries moves up to number 14. Everyone else moves down, including Justin Willis. At light heavyweight, Shogun moves all the way down to number 10. And so at light heavyweight, it looks like it's going to be Glover Teixeira if he beats Ion Cutelaba. It's basically going to be the winner of that one, really. Who's Dominic Reyes fighting? Johnny Walker. I mean, that's a good fight, too. Some good fights. Uzdemir fighting Thiago Santos. Some good fights coming up in the light heavyweight division. At middleweight, Paulo Costa moves up to number 4. Adesanya all the way down to number 9. That feels so weird. Costa. I mean, that's a big win. Lost to Jacare, beats the former champ. I feel like Costa will probably fight the winner of the Lovato-Van Steenis fight. Or maybe Derek Brunson. Ooh, he's out for a while, never mind. Other than that, a lot of people move up. Welterweight, Jorge Masvidal, your number 2 contender. I mean, look at that. Woo! He wants to fight Rory McDonald. Leon Edwards is fighting Vicente Luque for the title. I'd say Jorge Masvidal is a contender now for the title. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Other than that, GSP down to number 10. Nardiev up to 14. Sato down to 21. Nothing at lightweight. Featherweight, just a couple stuff down below. Bantamweight, a lot of movement. I wonder why that is. At flyweight, Inoue moves up to number 7. Nguyen moves down to 15. Bantamweight, Claudia Ray is ranked. Flyweight, we have a new queen in Dela Rosa. Shevchenko moves all the way down to 6. Chukagian and Robertson are going to be fighting. That originally probably would have been a #1 contenders fight, but Shevchenko is going to get her rematch, and she's available in a month. When is Dela Rosa ready? In a month, so that rematch is going to happen, like, soon. Like, soon. And then at strawweight, Tiburcio moves up. Anything interesting for me here? Not necessarily. AJ Agazarm, he's going to sign with us. Nardiev needs to be re-signed. Sounds good to me. Ben Nguyen needs to be re-signed. Sounds good to me. Justin Willis, 3 straight losses. He is ranked though. Cain Velasquez, definitely going to be keeping him. Tiburcio, definitely keeping her. Paulo Costa, going to be keeping our top contender. Why does this sound like? This sounds like, what does this sound like? California Girls. This definitely sounds like California Girls. Sorry, the music got me sidetracked for a second. Anyways, Curtis Blades. Re-signing him for sure. And that looks like it is it. Alrighty. So that's going to do it for this episode. If you're watching on Twitch, go ahead and stay here. I'm going to be doing the booking stream right now. But otherwise, if you're on YouTube, thank you guys for watching. I'm AZPlyo21. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Links to everything are going to be down below. I will see you guys later. Have a good one. The next time I see you, if you're just interested in the fight cards, Korean Zombie versus Ryan Hall. I'll see you guys next time.